High School have worked diligently for 13 years to reach this milestone. Let's honor them today for their years of hard work and dedication with our respect and utmost courtesy. To avoid distraction during the ceremony, we ask that you please turn off all cell phones and cameras. We also ask that you be courteous throughout the entire ceremony by remaining quiet and seated. We would like to ensure that each and every graduate can be honored when their name is called and respected as they cross the stage this afternoon. Please remain seated during the processional so that everyone can see. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce to you Middle Creek High School's graduating class of 2026.
Please rise for the national anthem and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
People say the lion is the king of the jungle. So if that's true, the Mustang is the master of the stumble. If you're unfamiliar with our beloved mascot, a fun fact to know is that a baby foal will typically learn how to walk on its own within 1 to 2 hours after it is born. Granted, it's not always a pretty process. They struggle for a little bit, unused to the awkward length of their limbs, and shaking heads that seem to be just a bit too heavy for their bodies. It's a period of pure uncertainty and hesitation. The young animals entirely unprepared for the world that they've been thrust into. For us, those stumbling years of childhood have seemed to last an eternity. Except we weren't just learning how to walk. We were learning how to succeed in a world that seemed too daunting to even know where to start. We've tripped over our own feet more times than we could ever count, second-guessing everything we thought we knew and fearing everything we still didn't know. There were times where it felt like we would never be able to stand on our own. We spent our nights staying up till 3 a.m. working on projects that were due at 8, devoted countless hours to perfecting performances, dominating competitions, and annihilating sports events, and passed our days feeling too exhausted to even lift our heads from our desks. In these moments, we didn't feel like the graceful horses splayed across our halls. We felt like kids stumbling around in the darkness, praying we weren't already falling behind. But do you want to know the truth that the world will never tell you? There is no such thing as falling behind when we are all setting our own pace. In the moments where we felt the most overwhelmed and inadequate, there was someone to remind us that we were not struggling alone. Each time we failed a test, botched a performance, or lost a game, our fellow Mustangs were right there, wobbly-legged and all, to pull us back up. Our resilience is more than just the limits of our individual perseverance. It's the friends, the teachers, and the counselors that made up our herd, and the understanding that if we were going to stumble, we would stumble together. The progress we've made over these past 18 years isn't something that can be measured by GPA points on our transcripts or the color of the graduation cords around our necks. It's been something so subtle that most of us never even noticed it. Between figuring out the best way to manage stress, discovering our favorite songs, and learning how to speak up for ourselves when no one else would, we began taking steps. Albeit they were shaky, clumsy, and had a level of coordination that was nearly non-existent. But eventually, just like a newborn Mustang, we began to rise and stand on our own feet. And while we're gradually moving forward, we're still nowhere near close to knowing how to gallop. In a few minutes, most of you are going to walk across the stage believing you have at least some semblance of what your future is going to look like, whether it be college, trade school, joining the military, or going straight into the workforce. But the reality of life is that the moment you begin to put one foot in front of the other, something will knock you down and you'll feel like that awkward juvenile Mustang all over again. Change and setbacks are inevitable, but embracing those moments of uncertainty is what steadily builds our unique stride. The staggering and stumbling won't magically disappear the second we cross this stage, but it will lessen over time, gradually, bit by bit, until we ultimately make the leap from barely surviving to prospering. So, class of 2026, never let fear or uncertainty stop you from doing what is right, especially if that means speaking out against injustice. We cannot take our privilege for granted when there are countless people around the world suffering in silence, whether that be the people of Palestine, Lebanon, Sudan, or Congo, or countless other countries. They deserve to hear our voice, and we have a responsibility to protect one another, regardless of our race, ethnicity, nationality, or religion. Thank you.
On behalf of Middle Creek High School's class of 2026, I would like to introduce the special guests at our graduation ceremony. As each is introduced, I ask them to stand and be recognized. Superintendent of the Wake County Public School System, Dr. Robert Taylor. Board of Education Board Chair, Tyler Swanson. Board of Education Member, Lynn Edmonds. North Carolina House of Representatives District 36 Representative, Julie Von Hafen. From the Wake County Public School System Superintendent's Leadership Team, we have the Southern Area Superintendent, Dr. Ashley Thompson, and the Central Area Superintendent, Lacey Peckham. From Town of Apex, we have Mayor Pro Tem Terry Mahaffey. We have Council Member Shane Reese. And from Town of Holly Springs, we have Mayor Mike Kondratik. In addition to our special guests, we are joined by the administration and faculty at Middle Creek High School. At this time, please stand and be recognized.
Good afternoon. It is truly an honor to be speaking with you today, as it is an honor to be your principal over the past year. And oh, what a year it has been. Several regional championships, many amazing chorus and band events, a nationally renowned North Carolina premier theatrical performance in SUFS, advanced placement gold status by the College Board. This has been an amazing and historic year at the Creek, and you are all leading Galloping Mustangs. Students, as you prepare to make your history and forge your own paths, I want to throw out a few reminders, quotes, and tidbits of knowledge out there to you. And no, Mrs. Wagner, these were not AI generated. Be kind, be courteous, and love one another. It never hurts to show grace and gratitude. Goodness goes a long way, and we all know what it's like to receive it. Giving out some is always the best. Take time to pause and reflect at the time that you have. Do not try to rush things. As the old saying goes, good things come to those who wait. And believe me, after 50 years on this planet, these words mean more now than ever. Look forward, look backward, but most importantly, look around. Look forward. Always keep the future in your sight. Set your goals high and work hard to achieve them. Look backward. Don't forget your past. Learn from your mistakes and missteps. We all mess up, and they're going to happen, but they prepare you for the journey ahead. Look around. Don't forget about those who are there with you along the way, and make sure you're there for others as well. Never stop learning. This world is ever changing and will move ahead with or without you. Make sure you're always learning, either through the work that you do, the hobby you love, or an issue you are passionate about. Make time for yourself, but also be available for others. Me time is an important and valuable time, but being available to spend time with others can become priceless. The connections and memories you'll make will last you a lifetime. And when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Over the years, we focus on the key words of resiliency, perseverance, and grit. Vocabulary terms are essential to overcoming obstacles, but sometimes the old tried and true sayings convey the same meaning. Don't let life slow you down. Conquer any hurdles along the way and understand that things may get tough ahead, but it's important not to give up. Now, I'm not a huge poetry buff, but there are a few that I've come across over the years that always have resonated with me. And this one is a unique one, and sometimes it's misinterpreted by actual meaning, but still I think it was appropriate for today. And that is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for the passing there, had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the other for the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted that if I should ever come back, I should be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Congratulations, Middle Creek High School class of 2026. We are enormously proud of you and look forward to the amazing things you will accomplish in the future. As we prepare to deliver your diplomas and conclude the ceremony and close this chapter of your educational journey, do not forget, once a Mustang, always a Mustang. Thank you.
As we prepare to present the diplomas, we ask that you respect the dignity of this ceremony. Our seniors have worked extremely hard to reach this milestone. Each senior and his or her respective family deserve the right to hear clearly their student's name as it is called. We share your excitement, for we too are excited and happy for your family. But please refrain from clapping, yelling, or calling out names during the presentation of diplomas, because disruptive noises prevent other families from hearing the names of their seniors that follow. We will give you an opportunity to properly recognize and celebrate everyone after all the names have been read. Together, let's give our graduates the dignified and special ceremony they and you deserve. Thank you. We certify that the seniors seated before us have met all state and local graduation requirements. Now, at this time, we will begin with the recognition of graduates. Alberto Angeles. Braceda Aquinteco Gaspar. Holden Anderson Adams. Terajay Hanif Jihad Ali Jr. Ashley Lauren Allen. Claire Elizabeth Allen. Dominic Andrew Alvarado. Hasset Satan Amen. Declan James Anderson. Fiona Marie Anderson. Stefan Mateo Anderson. Emily Kate Andrews. Amarani Ariano Rodriguez. Julian Ernesto Reyes. Francisco Javier Reyes Ruiz. Kobe Alexander Arnold. Paul Enrique Arteaga Goita. Nathaniel Owen Ogier. Drew Jacob Axman. Alexandra Harris Baker. Joseph Reed Baker. Marshall Benjamin Ball. Emmett Joseph Balladeer. Grayson Scott Bamonte. Brady Yoselin Venegas Yanez. Trinity Divine Bass. Kayla Melinda Bateman. Jeremy Alberto Batista Garcia. Sage Eula Bennett. Ryan Thomas Bentley. Gracia Mabel Bernal Mejia. Gia Botroach. Trisha Adoma Bawache Yadam. Landry Genevieve Basie. Hudson Gregory Boggs. Alyssa Rose Bolger. Dahlia Florica Bora Gibson. Lena Douglas Bodunk. Braden Law Brewer. Alex Davis Brierly. Leah Ruby Brock. Benjamin Jude Broussard. Ella Catherine Brown. Matthew Brannon Brown. Alana Marie Bryla. Jalen Isaiah Buffington. Braden Blake Burnett. Rashad Lamar Caldwell. Kelsey Ann Colleen. Gabriel Reed Campbell. Joel Perazana Ramirez. Allison Hope Carter. Hayden Michelle Carter. Kenya Itzel Castro Montero. Benjamin Reith Cather. Zeneb Shakur. Travis Brent Chapman. Connor Edward Chase. Jack Montgomery Chatham. Evan William Chestnut. Connick Strath Chisholm. Tushar Chowdhury. Sophia Vereen Junio Clave. Tiara Kimberly Claiborne. Sean Howard Clementson. Brannon Michael Clifford. Sean Daniel Clifford. Ella Helena Clinton. Tyler Matthew Ace Comstock. Ellison Celeste Cook. Colby Ibayomi Cooper. Cole Matthew Cornelius. Samaya Caroline Costa. Amanda Nora Cox. Marina Isabel Cox. Ethan Kainalu Craig. Robert Norman DeRosa. Zora Molan Odeli Dembaki. Anya Mizra Damiano. George Thomas Daniels III. Bradley Christopher DeGroff, Lucia Del Toro Lopez, Akaya Lachey Debo, Luis Demas Roldan, Owen Thomas Downen, Sophia Jo Doolin, Hayden Juliet Edge, Tamara Alighty, Saifuddin El Salakawi, Samuel Robert Emery, Jamila Najee Evans, Ashley Alicia Fajardo, Gage Timothy Fallows, Aliyah Makhmudurahova Parmanoff, Everett Thomas Farwell, Natalie Yolani Figueroa Hernandez, Mason Randolph Finger, Brady Xavier Flanagan, Tiffany Alessandra Flores Batista, William Bear Floyd, Chloe Nyla Foreman, Jackson Adam Frary, Kaylin Shea Fry, Pierce Elliott Fuller, Tyler Joseph Gage, Alexandra Nicole Gallo, Layla Grace Gandia, Adriel Omar Garcia Serrano, Angie Garcia Cavedo, Jacob Scott Gardner, Amy Gail Garfias Ramirez, Nehemiah Brian Lee Garrett, Truman Riley Gilliland, Isaac Gomez Urasteki, Jade Maria Guadalupe Gonzalez Martin, Isabella Gonzalez Calva, Trajan Austin Green, Sophia Rose Grisales, Addison Marie Halden, Caroline Elizabeth Harden, Audrey Elizabeth Hare, Jayshari Harihar, Tracy Antonio Harrington Jr., Camden Brooke Hawkins, Avery Aaron Heffelfinger, Jordan Isaiah Hernandez, Michael Angel Hernandez Ballon, Israel Agustin Hernandez Bonilla, Benjamin Michael Hess, Claire Marguerite Hibbard, Oliver Kingston Hickman, Jonathan Brady Hohenstein, Imaya Alea Holloman, Rachel Ann Olsapo, Braden Jean Howell, Bryson Nicholas Hubbard, Cullen Davidson Hunt, Jair Christian Hurt Peterson, Rachel Elizabeth Hutchins, Use Ignisi, Dandridge Wood Isom, Savannah Ray Isom, Robert Mason Jackson, Victoria Lynn Jetty, Callie K. Johnson, Danica Grace Johnson, Eli Dane Johnson, Nora Rose Johnson, Naylin Guadalupe Juarez Collin, Leah Pasai, Emily Elizabeth Kalvasev, Adam Kamel, David Kashuvidal, Sophia Kondawal, Eliza Lynn King, Kennedy Michelle King, Emma Patricia Kozak, Marianne Mackenzie Lally, Ella Caroline Lancaster, Caitlin Leticia Lazo, William Patrick Letty, Helen Rion Lee, Connor Alexander Leach, Paola Estefania Lemus, Maya Jessica Leone, Savannah Kaylin Letts, Caden Bennett Lewis, Yoselin Licona Perez, Trini Lopez Laborio, Peyton Sean Lott, Kwamir Kareem Lucas, Alexander James Lucy, Morgan Elizabeth Martin, Angel Gabriel Martin Contreras, Eduardo Martinez Lopez, Almo Martinez Sagara Pujan de Valera, Christelle Joy Matar, Francesca Mika Santiago Matias, Peter James McCann, Janaya Nikita McDougall, Sterling Hauser McGregor, Callie May McHale, Maria Yamilet Magara Samayoa, Alexander David Melnikoff, Efren Mendoza Hernandez, Edwin Alexis Mendoza Cortez, Sarah Lindsay Merritt, Rylan Ivana Metzler, Marquita Nevea Mael, Clayton James Mills, Dylan Christopher Mobley, Joshua Martin Montoya Riseco, Parker James Moody, Charles Jarrett Moore, Sarah Kate Moore, Jacqueline Morales Roblero, Mason Xavier Morin, Derek DeMar Morton, Thomas King Mudger, Giovanno Edgar Nathaniel, Garrett Quinn Newman, J. Sierra Nieves, Leah Joe Norris, Olivia Page Norris, Kristen Mackenzie Norton, Alex Matthew Nowak, Joshua Marcos Nunez, Joseph Kinney O'Connell, Ure Opara, Jackson Marshall Orr, Mason James Owenby, Jose Policias Moctezuma, William Fenway Palmer, Joy Shamai Parrish, Ian Robert Passman, Nora Elizabeth Pate. Ivan Honor George Paxton. John Christopher Payne. Griffin Joseph Pearson. Maria Guadalupe Perez Garcia. Magali Perez Perez. Nathan Matthew Perry. Quinaya Elise Person. Sierra Rain Peterson. Alexandra Karina Pateras. William Keenan Pittman. Isabella Addison Price. Rylan Madison Price. Mariah Ruthann Pridgeon. Justin Tyler Quinn. Isabella Quiroga. Ruben Ramses Ramirez Fierro. Catherine Ramirez Martinez. Zoe Elizabeth Reidenbaugh. Callie Brooke Rendon. Jonathan Uriel Resendiz Ferreira. Olivia Grace Ressler. Ryan Joseph Reynolds. Alfonso Rivera Quiroz. Savannah Rose Rizzo. Kaya Nevea Roberge. Avery Jane Roche. Ethan Asan Rodriguez. Jenny Lee Rodriguez Sanchez. Lisette Andrea Roque Martinez. Nashawn Lorenzo Percy Rose. Daniel Grant Sansbury. Noella Florence Seiko. Jacob Alexander Salazar. Bucker Raed Semamra. Yahaira Sanchez Ramirez. Brandon Jacob Sanchez Ramirez. Christina Grace Sanderson. Ricardo Santos Jr. Allison Paige Schreibeck. Natalie Ames Schrader. Sam Archer Schuster. Sandra Elizabeth Schwadron. Finley Owen Ross Scott. Jeffrey Lehman Self III. Sammy Mohammed Sawaya. Vivian Isadora Shaw. Aaron Paulcelis Sindico. Tyler Travis Singletary. Garrett Cole Sladek. Alexis Lynn Smith. Hayden Elizabeth Smith. Robin Catherine Smith. Shelby Reagan Smith. Noah James Snavely. Cassidy Ann Sparks. Jaden Savion Spencer. Aaron Lynn Stacy. Reed Patrick Stack. Zachary Grayson Stanley. Kayla Jade Strager. Alexa Madison Strunk. Gianna Nichelle Taddeo. Willa Jane Talbot. Cooper Mason Talley in absentia. Teresa Ariana Tatum. Lene Patrice Tauscher. Ethan Antonio Tejada. Hayden Hunter Turpolowski. Jack Allen Thomas. Roman Patrick Tice. Gustavo Torres. Madison Valletta Treffinger. David Dominic Troublefield. Noah Claire Turner. Brady Matthew Valcho. Jose Luis Valvadinos Alvarez. Brandon Charles Valenino. Sela J. Van Ert. Samantha Vega. Skylar Mackay Vining. Cade Franklin Walker. Rathika Wankide. Andrew Songpan Ward. Ever Lee Watson. Whitney Harper West. Nia Patrice Wimper. Peyton Lane Whitmire. Caroline Marie Wild. Eric Jerome Williams Jr. LeVar Edward Williams Jr. Lily Gabrielle Williams. Peyton Anissa Williams. Jabron Deshaun Wilson. Samaya Nicole Woodard. Mijay Sarah Woods. Terrence Josiah Young Blackwell. Nicole Ann Yusko. John David Regal III.
Okay, now, my favorite part of the evening. And now please join us in a ruckus round of applause for our graduates. All right, at this time, if I could have the graduates please stand. Class of 2026, on behalf of the state of North Carolina and the Wake County Board of Education, I declare you graduates of Middle Creek High School. You may now signify that you are official graduates of Middle Creek High School by following fellow classmates Declan Anderson and Skylar Vining and turning your tassel to the left. Parents and guests, please wait for the recessional to finish and then meet your graduates on the other side of the stage. Mr. Newsom, the recessional, please.